Tell me, to anybody who's 35 and up, this song doesn't hit you in the feels. In the days of the PlayStation, NASCAR 98 question mark?
Good evening and welcome to tonight's Gears Racing League event as we bring you the Horseboat 250 at Talladega Superspeedway right here on Casa de la Horso. Presented by me tonight. I am your sponsorship for tonight, or actually the name of the race, but the sponsorship is by Brayton Laster, who has been so kind to donate his time and his money. Hopefully, maybe we'll hear from him later, but I don't know. I can't say for certain, but again, welcome everybody for joining us here for tonight for the Horseboat 250 at Talladega Superspeedway race 13 of 33. Again, I'm Tom Torrey, aka the Horseboat. We have approximately, roughly around 50 drivers tonight for 40 spots, so that means people will be going home after qualifying. But let's get set for tonight's race, and we'll go through the schedule here real fast and the points to let you know. We got a lot to talk about since the Coke 300 and back-to-back winner, Cody Johnson. Give you a little taste of what it's like on the track. We got a lot of new paint schemes tonight just for this race. Pretty exciting stuff. But let's get hot, heavy, right into it with the points. Again, your leader is Peyton Howell with a whopping 797, 109 points behind him. Yeah, you heard that right. 109 points behind him. Elliott Drummond in the 45. 158 back is Connor Rowe, Sean Anderson, and Chris Parkman, your top five. Take a look there. You see Cody Johnson moving up the ranks quickly. Josh Cole making a charge. Brad Gutierrez, Perrin Huggins, and Justin Shoup running out your top 10. Again, take a look at that top 25 to see if your driver has made the list. Again, we're just moments away from qualifying. And as you see, the Coke 300 winner was Cody Johnson. Second place was Sean Anderson, with third place being Trey Holmes. Trey Holmes not able to get across the finish line in first place just yet. Hopefully he can dash that tonight and get back up there. Looking into the schedule. And as you can see, we're race 13 of 33 in. But I will tell you here, from this schedule to the next slide, we have one other regular season race to follow this. So if you look down the list there, you see we have Dover next week, Watkins Glen, North Wilkesboro, Monza, Iowa, Indianapolis, Daytona, New Hampshire, Canadian Tire. And then the final race before the playoffs is going to be August 23rd with Michigan International Speedway. So again, tonight is paramount. If you haven't gotten to the point of getting a win and being in, or putting yourself in a prime position points-wise, it very well may be a smart play to try to win this one. It's a super speedway. Everybody's got a proverbial puncher's chance. But we are looking good. Again, that is a banger of a schedule coming up here soon. We are excited to bring that on. Bring you back with me for a brief moment in time. We are about a minute away from qualifying. You see them goofing around there in practice. I'm going to set it up here for you. The race settings here as tonight goes. We're going to have 94 laps, no stages or stage breaks, no fast repairs, 4 tire sets. The fuel capacity is at 70%, which is about 25 laps. Weather is auto-generated, and manual cautions are called by race control. Kyle Munson is in the booth tonight, and whoever from the admin team does not make it will go in the booth as well. Again, that fix set up for Talladega Superspeedway. Rules blah, 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 blah. For qualifying superspeedways, rules apply. All of the areas of the track are legal under the double yellow line. As this is a pack racing style track, there will be no passing below the double line. So you should be at, or if you do, you should, or you will be getting, I can't even speak English, holy shit. You should be asked to give the place back or be penalized at the discretion of race control. Initial start is on the green lights. All subsequent restarts are in the restart zone. Now the instant restart zone rule is off, but we expect the leader to launch for restarts from the restart zone. Again, tonight, of the winner of the Horseboat 250 will earn a $15 prize. Second place will earn $10, and third place will earn $5. Thanks to Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com for the sponsorship. Thank you for that. Wu-Tan cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much. Calling my shot. I'm going to win this. Caden calling his shot. That's awesome. Too late to race tonight. Yes, it is. But Dover is next week, and we can surely get you in then. Again, with the weekend, Memorial Day was a little busy. We will work on that for you, porch party. Again, big shout out to Juan Pablo, Caden, and Wu-Tan for the follows and the bits. And let's get you out. Looks like we are working on qualifying. I'm going to ride along here with Stephen Gurley Jr. in the 028 machine. New driver to the league. He was here a couple weeks ago for the Coke 300. Now out with his first qualifying lap. Here we go as he's coming to green right now. Taking that low line all the way around the track. Again, some people, they choose to take it as far as they go on the high side. They like to get along the outside wall. get that air. And then on the second lap, they really go for it and dive down below the yellow line. Or not below the yellow line, but down low by the yellow line. But everybody has their own way of getting around this track. As it is Talladega, we got 50 people racing for 40 spots. And early on, looks like your leader is James Bowles, newcomer to this league. But not a newcomer to this to racing. 35 of Jazz Hubbard. The Ford with the 53.04. Your current leader in the 35. Team Gurley, good enough for 13th so far. Let's go to Jazz and see if Jazz can do better than that. Does he have a faster lap in them? Coming across the start-finish line. 53.17, so still good enough for first place. Brandon Meyer right there with a 53.05. And Caden Dietrich. Caden, I know you're in the chat. Please let me know how to pronounce your last name. That would be great. A lot of newbies up near the front. I like to see it. Let's go with Joshua Parrott in the Busch Light 32. Riding along now with the 32 of Joshua Parrott. Currently qualifying in 6th place. He drops below the yellow line. I don't know if that's going to be legal. 53.18, that's not going to hurt him. But again, something you shouldn't do at this track that we caught live. Dietrich, got it. Thank you, Caden. Much appreciated. Paul Wilkins just finished up there. As you look across your screen of who qualifies where, on the bubble right now is Matthew Weeks. And so far, who hasn't qualified is, looks like Joshua Thornton, Andrew Allen, Justin Vandermerel, Trey Holmes, surprisingly, Christopher Pugliese, Jacob Prince, and Jeff Glockner. All in line for the race of shame. Yeah, that exists. The race of shame. You didn't think we did that, did you? We do. Again, got a long night ahead of us. 94 laps of sweet, sweet, hot action as they are getting set for the race of shame. And we'll back out just for a minute and go back into the pre-race show. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Happy to have you along. Factor Mike says race of shame. Mike, you should probably get in here. Let's talk a little bit about the race if you have a moment in time. But we do have ourselves a race of shame here yet to come. Caden has no idea how he qualified third. Hey, we're happy to have you. If you're a good driver, you're gonna show up here and do well. We have a lot of high quality talent, but again, we're always looking for more. Again, this is to all my homies out there. Hope you're having a good evening. Dipspit Jr. says, I'm 24th. That's hot. That's hot. I love it. Aeroplane 9001 with the follow, bringing us up to 372. Qualified 38th and made the big show. Hell yeah. Good for you, man. Good for you. Again, 94 laps. There's no stages. We don't do that anymore. That was voted out. Oh, who do we have in the booth? Oh, we've got Mr. Number 9, Mike DeWalt. Mike, give us a little sound check, if you will.
Mr. Number 9. I like
Mr.
that.
Number 9, Mike DeWalt. Hey, you told me to steer clear of other things. I'm steering clear. And here we are. Mike, happy to have you on the program tonight. How do you feel about your chances at Talladega?
Well, I feel a lot better after starting in the top 10. So starting P7, I know I'm around a lot of fast guys, so hopefully I can kind of stay with those guys for most of the race. I know who's got experience, who doesn't,
Yeah, right.
and knows their way around Talladega. So we'll see how it goes. It's anybody's race, obviously. We have even some new guys up front starting on pole, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully everyone knows the rules, but
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see what happens here.
I guess in the briefing you'll have to let them know a little bit, maybe remind them nicely of things they probably didn't read yet, being as they just joined. Who's your biggest surprise that's up front here tonight?
Oh, I mean, I feel like Brandon Meyer's got a pretty good hold on plate track, so I'm not surprised he's on the front row. But I don't think anybody's really surprised in the top 10. I think the bigger surprise is the people that are going home in the race of shame.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that. We're gonna get a camera out there if people do show up to run that. I don't see any cars out on track currently. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Oh yeah, we got 2 cars. We'll get that in the side camera while you're looking at my sweet, sweet face. Looks like Glockner and Andrew Allen in the race of shame. P13 in my first race. P13, why would you be mad about that? Michael iRacing 33. I think that's pretty good. If you're in our race and you're 13th to start the race and you made the 50, how many people were at the final?
47 drivers.
47. Okay, so I figured about 50. So, hey, 7-8 drivers going home for Talladega. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good run. Anything can happen here. I almost won Daytona earlier this year, so hoping for a similar race like that and maybe bring it home and get in the playoffs.
Now, Mike, I'm going to keep you here for just one more moment, if that's all right by you.
Yep.
Now, I know last week we were off. It was a special occasion, not only because it was Memorial Day, but we had a Gears employees meetup. How did that go?
It was definitely a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing it again next year. We had a lot of fun from Thursday to Monday. Obviously, the Coke 600 was shortened, so that kind of stunk, and we didn't get to see Larson get in the car. But my driver won, so Christopher Bell won the race. But I think the whole experience was the main storyline, which was we got to do a lot of stuff, visit race shops, do actual karting at Trackhouse Motorplex.
And how many? Hold on, let me stop you there.
Really
let me stop you there. How many Gears drivers were there at that event?
There's about 15 or so of us.
Wow.
So a really good turnout.
Wow.
And really sad to see you not come out this year, but hopefully next year.
Yeah, I hope to be there next year. Well, I'm already planning on it, so it's going to happen regardless. But that goes for anybody who's out there that's a Gears employee that's watching this. We're planning on making this a thing. So if you're interested in the itinerary for 2025, I know that we're in the early stages of planning that, but I know Mike and the boys are already up to some cooking. They're cooking with some mad fucking shit. So I know you don't like me to swear, but that's what I'm saying right now. So, Mike, again, if you could pick anybody else but you before I let you go, who would you pick to win tonight's Horseboat 250?
I'm going to pick Jake Hall again. He won Daytona. Obviously, the beneficiary of some things that happened late in that race, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Hall brings it back into victory lane again. So he's my pick.
Well, I appreciate your time, Mike. I'll get you back up where you need to be, and I'm going to pull somebody else in here real quick before the race starts.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good race.
You too. That was Mike DeWalt in the number 9 machine, getting ready to go. Again, qualified inside the top 10 for this race. Let me see if I can find somebody else. I'm going to pull in this guy. Nature of some controversy here this week. 72 of Blade and Edwards. Do I have a copy?
Yes, sir.
I have you live here on the pre-race show. Thank you for joining us for the Horseboat 250. How do you feel about tonight?
Feel pretty good about tonight. You know, a bunch of new things going on, new number, new manufacturer. There's Talladega, so all it really is just keeping the car in one piece till the end, and you'll finish decent.
Yeah,
pretty much all walk on these super speedways So just gotta hope luck's on my side.
Yeah, yeah. If you could pick anybody but yourself, who do you think is winning the 250?
I mean, the wheeling and dealing guys are always gonna be hard to beat. But we got Justin in the field tonight with us, so I'm gonna pick him honestly. Justin's
Right
pretty
on.
good, other than the Daytona. But
Right on, right on. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck and have a good night. Good night tonight.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. That was the number 72 of Bladen Edwards of Adrenaline Performance, doing their thing, getting ready to go. Let's talk to one more person if I can find them. Somebody who we'd never spoken with before. Maybe that we haven't spoken to or spoken with for a moment. I'm stealing one person. They don't even know it. It's like them being abducted by aliens. 43 of Tyler Curley. Are you in this race?
I am in this race. I
Holy
barely made
shit.
it.
Welcome back. You're in the booth here with me here for the moment. Where'd you qualify?
35th, man. I don't even know. I think it was 35th.
No. 35th?
I
Really?
swear.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 35th. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Again,
we're tearing it up out here, man.
I know you were at the Charlotte event last week. I gotta ask you, did you ever get the DNA test with Sheldon Creed?
Did I ever get a DNA test with Sheldon Creed? No, not yet. Maybe we could try.
Yeah.
I might be, what do they call it? Like doppelgangers? What do they call it?
Yeah,
I might be his
definitely a doppelganger. Yeah, that's dude. When you held up the picture of Sheldon Creed and your face, like I was gonna message you, but I backed off. I was like, you should probably get a DNA test because you're strikingly similar.
It's quite funny. I get that a lot. Trust me.
That's hilarious.
I do get it a lot. It's kind of weird.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. Before I let you go, if there's one person you could pick to win the race and it isn't you, who is it?
Man, I don't know. It's gonna be a competitive race. I mean, I haven't been here for a while, so I'm glad to be back. But it should be a pretty competitive race. It seems to be a lot of big names, heavy hitters in here, a lot of good fun plate guys. So, if I had to pick, probably honestly looking back at the 500 Jake Hall, because he was really fast all 500 week. So
There you go.
I'd
There
have
you
to
go.
with him probably. I worked with him all week, so all that 500 week. So
Right
Let's
on.
do
Well,
that.
best of luck, man, and have a great race.
thank you. You too.
That is the 43 of Tyler Curley, and we're going to get right into this now. Stop looking at my face. Everybody's starting to warm up. Get ready. They got 3 minutes to do so. And they're going to get it on. Again, from what I've heard, that they only have about 25 laps worth of fuel. Now, if you stretch that out, maybe do some math, some quick math, you might be able to stretch it to 30. It depends how good you are with that. Thank you to Militia. I just noticed on the board he has resubscribed Tier 1. They've been subscribed for 9 months. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that because I don't get paid a lot from Twitch. But when they do, it does go back into the stream. We're starting to make sticker packs, get things going for Horseboat prize packs. Everything is starting to look up. Again, if you got that Amazon, you can put it on there. Maybe I'll get another deposit someday. Again, big shout out again to Von Henny for the hookup for the stream deck. It has really come in handy. See if we can get somebody on board. Let's look at the back-to-back. The guy who has gotten back-to-back wins, Cody Johnson, getting ready for tonight's race. Just chilling, calm before the storm. In the chat, if you're out there, over, under on, I'm going to say 4 cautions. I think we're going to at least have 4. But if we don't, that would be amazing. I would love that. But again, this race is brought to you by Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. For all your Brayton Laster needs, go to BraytonLaster.com. Again, if you don't know who he is an ARCA Series, Menards ARCA Series driver. He's a little part-time, but he is an advocate for our league and an ambassador for the Gears Racing League as a whole. Very proud to have Brayton sponsoring tonight's event. Again, winner is going to get $15. Second place is going to get 10, and third gets 5. So at the very least, people will get something for joining this race. Again, 94 laps is on the docket here tonight, with 4 tire sets, max fuel capacity of 70%. Kyle Munson in the booth tonight in race control. Race time is going to be about noon with a fixed setup of Talladega. Again, passing underneath the yellow line is illegal. If I didn't say that on an earlier show, if you heard me earlier just break down with my English and I couldn't talk anymore, that is because, I don't know, it happens. Let's get right into it for tonight's festivities. On the pole is a 35 and a rookie to our league, Jazz Hubbard. On the outside of him, starting at second, is going to be the 34 of Brandon Meyer. Row 2, we got Caden Dietrich in the 024. On the outside of him, number 85 of James Bowles. In row 3, we have the 77 of Peyton Howell. On the outside of him is the 32 of Joshua. I can't believe it. I'm a parent. In row 4, we have number 9, Mike DeWalt, and the 72 of Bladen Edwards, who couldn't help but change manufacturers. In row 5, we have 84 of Brad Gutierrez, and the 24 Stanley Machine of Nathan Fuller. In row 6, we have Yahir Rodriguez, and Mr. 8-man himself, 8-ball, Perrin Huggins. In row 7, we have Michael McCammon in the 75, rookie to this league. Outside him is the 21 of Travis Stroney. In row 8, we have Sean Anderson, and on the outside of him, we have the 22 of Josh Cole, the LSU Tigers machine. In row 9, we have the 11 of Paul Wilkins. On the outside of him, the 19 of Keaton Salyers, on the 2022 Cup Series champion. In row 10, we have the 45 of Elliott Drummond and the 15 of Chris Parkman in that Bass Pro Shops ride. In row 11, we have Tyler Wooten. And the back-to-back for the last 2 racing weeks winner, Cody Johnson in a 08 machine. In row 12, we have Jonathan Evans in the 26 and the 028 of Stephen Gurley Jr. on the outside. In row 13, we have the 69 and the guy who didn't streak at Charlotte, Jonathan Militia. And on the outside of him, the 52 of Devin Lucan, the Newburgh, New York native. Row 14, we have Justin Shubin, the 999 machine. Outside of him is the LSU Tiger twin of Josh Cole, Ryan Robertson, in the 66. In row 15, we have Jake Hall in the 98, and on the outside of him, Floyd Stewart. Alex Tilley and Jimmy Hensley round out row 16. Row 17, we have Matt Albert in the 48 Tide Ride, and Skylar Comstock in the 28 machine, Arrow. Joshua Personette in the 7, and Tyler Curley in row 18. Row 19 in the 07 is going to be Joseph Enright in the 78 of Jaden Wicks. And last but not least is the 20 of Colby Hogan and the 56, Nicholasville, Kentucky native, Matthew Weeks. Again, thank you for joining us. I am the Horseboat, a.k.a. Tom Torrey, ready to kick this 94-lap Love Fest off. Again, Jazz joined the league a few days prior. Now the pole sitter for tonight's Horseboat 250, sponsored by Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. Again, everyone, I hope you're having a great time. Appreciate you watching the stream, hanging out, and enjoying what the Gears Cup Series has to offer. Again, Jazz Hubbard, Brandon Meyer, 34 and 35, going to lead us off. My pick tonight, I'm going to pick someone who's never won before. I'm going to pick my boy, number 21, Travis Stroney, to win this race. So if you see the 21 up near the front, that's because I picked the young man. Pace car exiting. We are getting ready for 94 laps at Talladega for the Horseboat 250 right here on Twitch.tv.
Green, green, green.
We are green flag racing for the Horseboat 250. Wow, 4 wide. Oh, below the yellow line, you see some guys trying to get out of the way. There may be a big one early, but I don't believe so. These guys have done a great job so far. Coming off turn 4 into the front stretch. Hayden Howell, the 77, has moved up front. With Mike DeWalt right behind him, they're going to lead lap 1. Peyton Howell, new manufacturer. Same old thing. Let's go RGR. PNWJ01, thank you for the follow. And thank you for supporting the Gears Cup Series. 3 wide for 4th place on back for a moment. Howell, DeWalt, Gutierrez, Stroney, and Salyer's your top 5 currently. That low line really starting to take shape. Emma Gracie. Emma Grace. Hey, I'm sorry, I can't do it. RGR in the house. Thank you. RGR killing it here. Brad Gutierrez on up in the 3rd. Let's ride on board with him in the opening laps of the Horseboat 250. In that Hendrick Cars 84 again, that Kyle Larson scheme has been a hot topic in the chat all week. And it continues to flow through again. Kyle Larson, how can you not hate that guy? How can you not love that guy? If you hate him, I get it, but at the same time, he's done a tremendous thing for the sport. I'm very proud. His accomplishment again, couldn't complete it entirely, but hell, the effort itself to fly from Indianapolis all the way down to, oh my god, it's just insane. How do you do that to Charlotte? Backing out of the gas, looks like Bladen Edwards on the outside here. Again, part of adrenaline performance in that change recently. Hopefully their team has made up their damn mind. Will be satisfied with their manufacturer. We are told to keep a lookout for Dover. But I don't see what the difference is. Those guys put out banger schemes every week. Brandon Meyer, now your new leader with Nathan Fuller right there. After, I believe, a 3-week hiatus, we have now seen Nathan Fuller reemerged. And forming on that outside line with Joshua Perrin. Big story here is going to be the number 16 of Yahir Rodriguez. Going to the inside. Meyer's going to lead that lap. But it's getting heavy. We are 5 laps in and having a great time. Patience is a must. PNWJ01 says, Yahir Rodriguez, let's go. I'm a big RGR fan. Those guys bring a lot to the table. A lot of talent there. A lot of attitude too, but not really necessarily in a bad way. They bring good, they bring great racing into the Gears Cup Series, and we couldn't be prouder of that. Speaking of RGR, to the lead, Yahir Rodriguez in the 16. with a little bit of help from Nathan Fuller. Devin Lucan, you see on the outside line there in the 52, trying to make that outside line work with Chris Parkman, the 7 of Joshua Personette. Not to be had for now. Fuller caught out in no man's land. Trey Holmes pulling up on the back bumper. Let's ride along with Chris Parkman to see what it feels like to be in a three-way. Wow, look for that move. Rocket Racing teammates tried to go together, was not to be. Parkman giving DeWalt some help. Looks like Jonathan Evans in the 26 out there with Tyler Curley, question mark. It is about to get real fast. Oh, Curley gets snuffed out. But DeWalt, being the gentleman that he is, moves to the inside to give Curley room to get to the middle lane. All right, I will admit that 84 machine does look hot. I will. It's a great car. Let's take a look further back in the field and see what's happening. Perrin Huggins in that Chattis machine. Running along with Josh Cole. In front of him directly is Jonathan Militia. Elliott Drummond has reappeared in that Jordan machine, the 45 Toyota Camry. Again, Toyota's taking a big hit this week with the manu change from Adrenaline Performance. Manufacturer's points now pretty much out the window, but that's okay. PNWJ01 says a three-way, excuse me. Sorry for being provocative in that manner. New leader alert, 26 of Jonathan Evans. There are 9 Chevys in the top 10 with the lone Toyota being Tyler Curley running in 5th. Like a pivot man, down low in the paint. Again, appreciate everyone taking a moment out of their day, because time is the most valuable thing you can give to watching the Gears Cup Series and us. Appreciate you sharing a moment with us. Yahir Rodriguez and Bladen Edwards side by side for the lead again. There's a lot of shuffling and shifting going on, but that is A-OK in my book, as we're going to give you guys the first, what I hope is a few Loose and Loud, sponsored by yours truly. you back in now. Now here, Rodriguez, your leader with Chris Parkman, Justin Shute, Mike DeWalt, Clayton Edwards, Devin Lucan, Tyler Curley, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, and Peyton Howell rounding out your top 10. This has been a wonderful race so far to commentate on. You see 3 wide, 2 rows deep with a 6-pack of fantastic race car drivers right there. That's some of the best that you're going to see right there in that mix. Again, everybody spread out just a little bit, but not enough to where they can't get at them. B. Phillies 94 says any capability for a quad cam in the future. Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to take some time, but it will happen in the future. The future is bright for this program as long as the internet providers who said they were going to be here will be here. So I'm hoping on that. But I've been hoping since October of last year, so maybe hopefully I'll get it in the October of this year. But again, who's to know for sure? Mike DeWalt up front getting that clean air with Justin Shute right behind him on the outside. I guess not behind him, beside him. Is that Paul Wilkins? No, so whoever the 11 car is up front really made a massive mistake. That is Matthew Weeks. I've come to find out he's technically the 56. So if you see the red car, the red 11, quote unquote, that is the 56 apparently. We will mention that eventually to them. Hopefully they'll get that fixed in the near future. But again, we are all in on tonight. 16 of 94 laps complete, soon to be 17. Your leader right now is Brandon Meyer in the Gears machine, representing Chris Parkman right there, Justin Shute, Bladen Edwards, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, Peyton Howell, Mike DeWalt, Devin Lucan, and Jonathan Evans. And it's interchanging what the top 10 would be, probably about 7th on back. So before the race, I received a DM saying that drivers are only going to last approximately about 25 laps. Again, if you can stretch it, maybe you can stretch to 30. I'm more feeling like 28. But it's all dependent on how good you are at conservation. Again, so far, so good. See Perrin Huggins popping in the frame again. That red 11 is the 56. Put the 11 out of your mind. Change it to a 5 and a 6 in your brain. It will be okay. I promise you this is a safe space. Safe space for bullshit as we've got a lap down car choosing to go high. Thankfully, they're going to get out of the way. Looks like that might be the 86 of Tyler Wooten. I'm a big fan of Wooten. Wooten and his gang. Throwing it out there as well, if you play NHL or Chell, the Gears group does too. We're always looking for more people for Chell. If you don't know what that is, sorry to say you're not cool enough to know. Oh, Lucan hitting the wall in the backstretch. Maybe it was on purpose, I don't know. But he's the Lone Ranger on the outside trying to create that third line. He's like that guy at the party you don't want to talk to. Because if you do, he'll follow you around all night long. Is he going to get any friends? Let's find out. Right on the nose of Devin Lucan. Oh, he's got one friend. Matthew Weeks. And, whoa. Hit him square. That's good. Making sweet love to the backstretch wall by the Yellowwood sign. Again, don't worry, folks. We are going to visit Talladega again in the playoffs. But it's dependent upon who's going to make it. Again, this race sponsored by Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. For all your Brayton Laster needs, please go to BraytonLaster.com. He's got die-cast cars, t-shirts. Shit, if you tell me what you want, I'll DM him. Maybe he'll hook you up. I don't know. I'm hoping one day to maybe get a side panel of his car that I can hang up on my wall behind me when I do my pre-race shows. Since he's the ambassador for us, the least we can do is be an ambassador for him. As you see, Perrin Huggins to the outside of the lead. Brandon Meyer's going to play a little block, but Tyler Curley in that bomb pops 43 Toyota Camry. And Elliott Drummond making the Toyotas relevant. I love it. With Kobe Hogan just behind him. Curley will not be denied by Brandon Meyer, putting him out in no man's land in the middle. He's got a little bit of help from Evans, but that's not going to be enough. Perrin Huggins is going to lead that lap, but the Toyotas are still making themselves known. 3 of them in the top 10 currently. 22 of 94 complete. Perrin Huggins, Chris Parkman, Justin Shoup, Bladen Edwards, Tyler Curley, Elliott Drummond, Nathan Fuller, Brandon Meyer, Colby Hogan, Mike DeWalt, rounding out your top 10. Balls and Gearbox following this minute. Thank you so much for that. Brings us up to 375 for the Gears Racing League and the Gears Cup Series. And I have forgotten to mention, oh, here we go. We got a spammer. This guy is gone quicker than a heart attack. Goodbye. Perrin Huggins and Chris Parkman 1 and 2 with Justin Shoup and Bladen Edwards 3 and 4. Again, Justin Shoup, Bladen Edwards teammates. Cohorts with Peyton Howell right near them as well. So we have Huggins, Chris Parkman, Justin Shoup, Peyton Howell, Jonathan Evans, Bladen Edwards, Devin Lucan, Nathan Fuller, Stephen Gurley Jr., and Brandon Meyer, your top 10. Again, interchanging as we go along. Right near that window, we're getting near that window of green flag pit stops. Zachary Taylor, 2004, hashtag adrenaline speed. I do apologize, you must have not have made the race tonight. Looks like Robert Fitzpatrick missed the start, which is unfortunate. Zachary Taylor all aboard Adrenaline Performance, pushing in spirit. For their lead. Again, 3 of them all together now with Shoup, Howell, and Edwards. If you see right there on the inside line, if you're paying attention to your screen, the cars that are like each other. They seriously go 1, 2, and 3. I might just go to bed. Again, Jonathan Evans, your leader. Perrin Huggins, Chris Parkman, Justin Shoup, Peyton Howell, Bladen Edwards, Nathan Fuller, Tyler Curley, Brandon Meyer, and Devin Lucan, your top 10. Pit stops are going to be had shortly. I'll put up the track map for y'all. So you can see it and see where everybody is on the track. And next week we have Dover. Dover is pretty exciting in and of itself. That's going to be interesting to say the least. And that one, I believe, just got sponsored. So I'm excited for that, for the Cliffs of Dover 200 laps at Dover Motor Speedway here next week, June 7th. Here on Casa de Horseboat. Single file for now. And pit stops are occurring. You see Brandon Meyer, Mike DeWalt. Looks like the 028 of Gurley and Devin Lucan all hit the pits first. And I'm happy to see that we were able to stay green here. The quality of driver is high. And the skill level is pretty damn good themselves. And you see teammates out here, they're beginning to work together. And coordinate just exactly when they're going to pit. And you see teammates going into the pits themselves. Let's see who we got. Continue to trudge on. Looks like Joshua Parent, Caden Dietrich, Cody Johnson, Sean Anderson, and Paul Wilkins. Again, Paul Wilkins and Cody Johnson, they're part of the same Discord called Wheelin' and Dealin'. That gang is pretty well equipped as far as with skills to pay the bills. Sean Anderson, Cody Johnson, and Paul Wilkins all in that category. We'll see how that works out. Getting pit cycle. Everybody but the top 5 and 24th on back has pitted. Oh, and in the wall! I don't know who that was, but that looked pretty bad. Michael McCammett. Rookie in the 75 Mobile Gold and Black Machine Ford Mustang. Accidentally putting themselves against the wall. Looks like Dietrich and everybody else pitted a lap later. Chris Parkman on the backstretch set to inherit the lead. If that's the case, Chris Parkman has got my heart by his heartstrings with the Bass Pro Shops Golden Tracker Chevy Camaro. Again, notably raced by Dale Earnhardt, the late Dale Earnhardt Sr. Man who I believe most people who watch NASCAR and love NASCAR taken just a tad bit too soon. Representing Dale Earnhardt in the best way possible, taking the lead with Chris Parkman all over his tail and Peyton Howell in that top 3. Leaving his friend and teammate in the dust. The 72 and the 77 have such an odd friendship. Maybe not odd, but different to me. And I'll leave that as it were. But they're best friends, good amigos. And doing everything they can to represent Chevrolet. Again, Adrenaline Performance switching from Toyota to Chevrolet. For the schemes and the memes, I guess. And hopefully you're having a nice evening, getting ready to enjoy that weekend that is ahead. We appreciate you having us along for the ride for the Horseboat 250 as we have 30 laps of 94 in. I'm going to turn it back up to another Loose and Loud. Presented by Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. have Sheldon Creed as a dad. We'll bring you back in from that loose and loud. Again, your leader is Chris Parkman, Jonathan Evans, Peyton Howell, Blaine Edwards, Baron Huggins, your top 5. With Elliott Drummond, Nathan Fuller, Mike Tawal, Tyler Curley, and Yahia Rodriguez rounding out your top 10. Again, that is all interchanging. It can change at any moment with Superspeedway racing. You never really know. But we are happy to have it. Gonna get some sounds in here, some little music. Keep it real as we get through 94 laps. We are 37 laps in. Again, next caution is rough, or next pit stop is about lap 50 if they keep it green. And you see here in your screen currently, you have about the top 15, or top 13, excuse me. 12, 13. The 024 leading the way in that TikTok machine, that second group. Trying on board with Cody Johnson to get a feel of how's that going. Riding on board with Coors Banquet Beers, $9.99 of Justin Shoup. Running along in 17th and a part of that adrenaline performance. Behind him in that aero machine is Skylar Comstock and teammate Brad Gutierrez. Rounding out your top 20, Jonathan Militia. Coors Banquet Beer has a lot of sponsors out there for it. Might be giving people a drinking problem. We might have to discuss that post-race. Or whatever. Again, your leader will mosey on up towards the front is going to be Chris Parkman, Jonathan Evans, Peyton Howell, Blaine Edwards, and Baron Huggins. Your top 5, Elliott Drummond, Nathan Fuller, Mike DeWalt, Tyler Curley, and out here, Rodriguez. Rounding out your top 10 again, just about to halfway. Not yet. Again, the Coke 300 was an amazing race. Very well done. The drivers that participated raced really well. Stepped up their game. I noticed a lot of these drivers, most especially from what I hear amongst the admin team, that a lot of them don't race a lot of officials anymore. I do, just to try to get some seat time. But most do not, because league racing is really where it's at. It's where you find the cleanest racing. You're seeing the same people every week. You're knowing where everybody is and where they're going to be and what their tendencies may be. I mentioned to the group this morning, or this afternoon, as we talked about short tracks, Then it may take some time for these drivers to get through some of the struggles that they may have personally. It may take years, maybe a couple years to make that happen. But I know so far, the current core group that shows up week in and week out that are dedicated and do not hesitate to react to the race posting with a yes, I will be there. A lot of these guys are showing each other a little bit more respect than what we've seen, especially super speedways. A lot could be taken from you so fast. And I try to compare it to Indy, but you really can't. With open wheel and stock cars, it's a little bit different. One wrong move could ruin your race, and that bodes well for both Indianapolis and right here at Talladega. You have to be choosy with when you pick your time to make a move and take a spot. When you pit, conservation is huge at super speedways like this. We do not have the benefit that IndyCar may have as far as being able to change your settings to eliminate fuel usage. But a lot of these guys know what to do behind the wheel. They are talented. A couple of these guys I really feel would be eligible for a shot in real life racing. Again, we are blessed to have the drivers that we have because we really truly have a large amount of talent. Maybe they're the next William Byron, maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't care. But as you can see right now, these guys are providing you a race that is caution-free so far, and that's what I love to see. Look at the second group now. Sean Anderson leading the way. Cody Johnson right behind them. Caden Dietrich taking a few laps off there as he was leading the group a few laps before. See that group of 8 running along fine. Looks like Justin Shoup among them. Let's look up ahead. So with that first group to the second group, you have about a 3.7 second gap. And we are slowly approaching lap 50, which again, fuel window. That kind of opens up. Do these guys take tires at this point? Because I know some drivers that may only take rights the entire race. I know some drivers that'll take all 4 the entire race. And everywhere in between. Again, my over-under of 4 cautions really not holding up here tonight. I said under 4, I believe. But the way these guys are driving, we may not see one. Jonathan Militia, the last driver in this second group. And they are slowly closing because of the competitiveness of the first group. Again, with that other group, you have some lap traffic. Looks like the 11 being among them, Paul Wilkins. Right on board here with the 34 of Brandon Meyer. Andover, New Hampshire native. We'll go and take a look at my pick, Travis Stroney, which is sitting in 33rd right now. I don't know what this... Oh, he's got a Michigan car. That's why. He's in that third group. Currently on that backstretch, and it's a lot of them. They're actually, it looks like he's a lap down from what I can tell. That is unfortunate. They're in that third group and they are being currently passed by the lead pack. Again, a lot of things can happen right here, as you can see, getting a little touchy where Mike DeWalt is. Let's pay attention to this area of the track just for a moment. 48 of 94 complete. We are over halfway through this race, and we got contact between the 16 and the 43. Looks like they're going to be okay. But Jonathan Evans started 23rd up into first, and your current leader enjoying that fresh air that comes with being out front. And hopefully you're having a nice beverage, as I will be partaking shortly. And if you're watching, twerking, lurking, whatever you're doing, thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you. Again, the Horseboat 250 at Talladega, my special event, sponsored by Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. For all your Brayton Laster needs, for all your pizza man needs, that is the man you contact. Again, go to BraytonLaster.com. Can hook you up with some great memorabilia, which will be worth pennies on the dollar, because he's amazing. Dollars on the dollar, excuse me. Drummond dropping below the yellow line. Again, Laster, known as the Pizza Man in the Menards ARCA Series, has ran a few races this year. A guy who is an ambassador for the Gears Cup Series and Gears Racing League in general. A wonderful person to be around and a great personality to have in the booth. We support Brayton Laster and all that he does. So again, this race sponsored by BraytonLaster.com and the Pizza Man himself, Brayton Laster. Again, 50 of 94 complete. Your leader is Jonathan Evans, Peyton Howell, Blaine Edwards, Baron Huggins, Elliott Drummond rounding out your top 5. Nathan Fuller, Chris Parkman, Mike DeWalt, Tyler Curley, Colby Hogan rounding out your top 10. Colby Hogan, the biggest mover of the night, started 39th, now up into 10. 29 spots from where he began. Big shout out to Colby, oh hell yeah, brother. Again, Colby, oh hell yeah, brother Hogan in 10th place. Making his march again. We are at the window of pitting. Again, I don't think you take any tires, you just take fuel on this run, but I may be wrong. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm in the booth. Nobody has dipped off from amongst the lead pack so far for that. But these guys back in 14, 15, 16, Johnson, Dietrich, and Parent, maybe on a different strat. But again, as you see, Peyton Howell and Blaine Edwards, 2 teammates up near the front in 2nd and 3rd. Again, recent movers from Toyota to Chevrolet thought they would like to add to the numbers of that. So they just went ahead and did so. Conclusion is shaping up to be a good one. We are nearly 40 laps away from that happening. These guys have put on a great show here. Pitch strategy is important and is paramount into the conclusion or the outcome of this race. If you're a driver on the outside looking in, Talladega is a great way, especially if you're not good at 1.5 miles or short tracks or road courses. This is your shot to get in the playoffs. Yeah, you may not be the champion. You may not come out on top. Maybe you lack some of the skills the other drivers have. But in reality, you win this race and anything is possible. as the once great Kevin Garnett has said anything is possible. He's also said a lot of other terrible things, which we will not go into. Jonathan Evans, Peyton Howell, Blaine Edwards, Parent Huggins, and Elliott Drummond, your top 5, with Nathan Fuller, Chris Parkman, Mike DeWalt, Tyler Gurley, and Colby Hogan rounding out your top 10. And we are clicking right along. Fortunately, we don't have fights inside our pit stalls or in the pit area. And I'm sure over the last month and a half there might have been a few. But again, as I mentioned, this is race 13 of 33. You technically only have 10, 11 races maybe left to maybe try to make a push for the playoffs. And we have people pitting currently right now. Looks like Adrenaline Performance and Company, Mike DeWalt to follow, and the whole second group is going to go ahead and go a lap more. If I remember correctly, they're going to go for it. And there's people already leaving, but pitted maybe a lap or two before and started this process that we were unaware of as a viewer. We're riding along on board with Brad Gutierrez right behind his teammate of the 28 and Skylar Comstock. Woo. Yeah. Looks like everybody's dipping off. Besides one man. And if you know who I'm talking about, it may not surprise you. That is the 11 of Paul Wilkins of the Shine, one of my favorite people to talk to. Scotland's own Paul Wilkins in the 11 machine, The Shine, on twitch.tv. Go give him a follow if you have a moment to do so. He is a lap down, but he's going to make a push here to try to do something. I don't know what the hell he's going to do, but he feels like he can. Again, Paul Wilkins, one of my favorite drivers in this league. Very, very wonderful personality. An awesome person to be around. And apparently we already have beef in the Discord, which I'm going to disregard. But it looks like Paul trying to move his way up. He looks like he is currently 33rd. Back out, and currently the leader is Peyton Howell. Maybe we need to play this. I don't know if we should, but we might. Oh my. Tyler Curley looks like he got sent for a ride and posted it. We missed it. But that'll definitely be something to talk about. And as we talk about other things, I don't have a graphic for it. But we just started a new series starting on Monday night. Daytona being the premiere of the Daytona Sprocket 150. Monday night, I will be putting up my point of view as I'm going to be taking part in that league race. Again, we have an 8-race schedule. It's going to be on a bi-weekly basis. Twice a month on Monday nights. Designed for some drivers who don't make the show or running in the back of the field. Give them an opportunity to race in another league completely free for them to join and get a little bit more seat time. Again, some of these drivers are really talented. They just need the seat time. Officials really don't do it for a lot of people. Sure as hell don't do it for me. Just honing in on your racecraft. Again, we offer the Sprocket Series for that. Again, we have some banger tracks coming up here in 2024 for that schedule, which I probably should have got a graphic for, but didn't do that. Daytona is going to be the first race on June 3rd. June 17th is going to be Bristol for the Old Smoky 150. July 1st is going to be the Bass Pro Shops 150. And then Watkins Glen July 15th for the turn right, turn left 60. Again, point of views will all be available here on Casa de la Horseboat. Jonathan Evans, your leader now, with Parrot Huggins, Mike DeWalt, Peyton Howell, Ellie Drummond, your top 5. Wayne Edwards, Chris Parkman, Sean Anderson, Cody Johnson, and Joshua Parent, rounding out your top 10. As we get to lap 60 of 94, 35 laps left to go. We're going to give you a loose and loud courtesy of Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. bring you back in now for the Horse Boat 250. Jonathan Evans, your leader, with Baron Huggins, Mike DeWalt, Peyton Howell, and Elliot Drummond rounding out your top 5. And with me, a guy who we didn't see get knocked out of the race. He hit an invisible pole, apparently. Number 23 of Alex Tilley. Alex, thank you for joining me in the booth tonight. He's going to be in as our guest commentator as far as it goes. So, Alex, quickly explain, if you could, what the hell happened? What did you experience?
Well, I was just driving along, pushing my teammate Ryan there, and we were pretty much just driving the straight line, trying to keep up with the pack, and I literally just hit like an invisible wall. It was almost like I just smashed the brakes, but I hit the front end simultaneously. It was super weird, and I just almost came to a dead stop. I'm glad that nobody else really got that much damage in it, but my car was destroyed. It was so just weird iRacing glitch, but I guess it is what it is.
I guess it is what it is. I've never experienced that before, but that is unfortunate. I'm going to have to look at that. If we have time here tonight, I might try to get that going here live, just so everybody can see that and experience that, so they don't think you're crazy.
Yeah, I promise. I did clip it and put it in the chat, but I used 3 monitors and I accidentally recorded it in 3 monitors, so the quality of it's weird. But I did clip it.
That's all right.
It's just weird. Yeah, I've never had anything. I've been on this thing for like 7 or 8 years, and I have never had something weird like that. It was just like the car stopped. It almost felt like it blew up or something, but I know it didn't because I wasn't hot or anything. So yeah,
that's pretty wild. And it looks like Gahir Rodriguez using a lap traffic car for draft, but that's not going to help him right now, as Baron Huggins is your leader and moving out towards the front. But again, 2x2 until about 10th, 11th, and then it's all inside line. Colby Hogan trying to go to the outside, catch Mike DeWalt's draft. We will see if that pans out, but bumper to bumper is Evans and Huggins. And Tilley, up until that point where you hit the proverbial imaginary wall, how did you feel you're doing and your team? How were they performing?
Well, we took the strategy of riding in the back, and that was the wrong strategy in this race because it's gone green the whole way. I think Josh was somewhere up through here, but me and Ryan and Travis, we were pretty much down and out of it anyway. We were so far behind, so it looks like Ryan's a lap down now. But the draft was super weird here tonight too. It was like the forward to backward draft wasn't that strong, but then if you got beside somebody, it just killed any run that you had. So
it's crazy. I've never heard of that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but like if you're running behind somebody, it's hard to get to their bumper unless you got help behind you. So it looks like we actually got some good racing here.
Yeah, as we're approaching the 25 laps to go. Again, about lap 75, especially if this thing continues to go. Oh, we got 3 wide. This continues to go green, knock on wood. They're going to have to come in about lap 75, lap 80. Tilley, since you're a driver, you've experienced what's going on out there on the track. You've experienced that for the fuel mileage. Looks like I'm cutting in and out a little bit.
I think you can get about 27 laps out of it. I think the window to make it to the end is probably open right now. But I'm sure these guys are going to try to make it stretch as long as they can to make that last stop shorter. But it also depends, because if you're full throttle, obviously you're making less laps. But these guys are going crazy right now. We got 3 wide again here.
Yeah, now I got to ask you, have you taken tires up until this point before you hit the wall?
Maybe because my right front tire was still at 100%. My left front was at 99%, even after the first run. I'll take tires. Looks like we got take a run at the bottom here. Rodriguez is in a good spot behind Jake Hall.
Yeah, here Rodriguez, Mike DeWalt, Skyler Comstock, Baron Huggins, and Chris Parkman, your top 5. I do apologize for the stutter there.
See, I lost it for a second. I didn't know if that was on your end or mine.
That's my end, definitely. Again, I'm waiting for a new ISP to come through. It's going to take some time. Happy with my current ISP and what they're able to do. I just need a little bit more if I want to do more with the stream. So, again, 2024, 2025, going to be awesome. Again, Alex, thank you so much for offering to join us on the program tonight. I was hoping to have Braden with me, but apparently he's busy running shit boxes. Is what he says. Oh, we got action.
Perrin saved it.
DeWalt sending Perrin Huggins to the basement, saying it puts its lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
That was almost a huge moment in this race.
That really was. Again, we've been paying most attention to the front tonight because of the green flag action. You really don't want to look away. But again, as far as what happened to you, it might have been worth watching. But again, I guess for your sake, maybe not really. Again, our pole sitter, Jazz Hubbard, sitting in 23rd with Keaton Salyers, the 2022 champion. Back there at 22nd, Josh Cole right there in 21st. In this montage of other cars.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is almost more entertaining than what I was doing riding around in the back. So that proverbial wall may have been a blessing in disguise. I tell you, Mike DeWalt is a man on a mission right now. He is trying to push hard to the front.
Mike DeWalt, again, a guy who I don't believe, let me just double check before I look like an idiot. He has not won this year yet. I thought that he did.
Either has Bladen Edwards, who just took over the lead.
Bladen Edwards, a guy who apparently you probably saw in the chat, I give a lot of shit to today for changing manufacturers. Again, it's just playful. But again, it's kind of sad to see not as many Toyotas, because you would see proverbially like 2 or 3 right now more than what you would see of Chevrolet. But again, as I digress, they're just cars. It really doesn't matter. Not this year, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Gonna give a shout out to Jonathan Militia, too. We were talking about how he is yet to get a top 10 this year, and he is right in the thick of it right now as Owl's looking to get the lead now.
I hate to mention his name because every time I do, it seems like always something bad happens, and I would hate for that to happen. Because he deserves a good finish here.
He does. Maybe, hopefully I don't have the same curse on him.
Again, a great host for Charlotte for the Coke 600 in real life.
Yeah, that was a great time down there.
I will be there in 2025, Alex Tilley. If you're available and you are there, I will be there. We will meet.
I will be there, and we will definitely meet.
We will high five.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. It's
Are you
gonna
of
be really
age?
nice.
Can you drink?
Too.
Can you drink?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right on. Then there we go.
Yeah, just ask these guys my status when we were in the parking lot a couple of days ago.
I don't know if that's good for streaming, but I mean, I would like to inquire about that later for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Bladen Edwards out front and your leader. Yahir Rodriguez in second with a lap car in the middle. It's like a menage a trois of pain.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we have a caution. What the hell happened? Somebody help me.
Oh, we got
action.
front straightaway beside the
Keaton Salyers looks like the 19 involved. Let's back that ass up with the MeetYourMom.com replay. Oh, and it looks like Cody Johnson got fellow teammate Sean Anderson right hooked him into the wall. Looks like he took either Robinson or Cole with him, and then Jazz Hubbard.
Yep, that was Robertson. Bad luck continues for him.
Yeah, Robertson just can't get out of his own way in that LSU Tigers machine. Let's take a ride along with Keaton and see what he experienced here on this latest wreck. Yeah, Anderson just took, and just nicked the nose of Robertson. Maybe a hair longer, and that would have been no thing. Let's ride along with Robertson just to get his perspective on what happened. Yeah, watch that. Ooh, just off his front bumper.
Unfortunately for those guys, that was the caution they were looking for, but they were the ones involved.
Yeah, again, as Alex just reminded us, that was a caution for most of these guys we're looking for. We have 19 to go, so that means everybody's going to pit, I would imagine, and get gas, possibly get tires, and then it's going to be a mad dash for the cash rest of the way.
Yep, it's all on the table now.
Again, if you're not familiar with Talladega or what we're doing, again, 70% fuel capacity, which leaves the drivers about 25 laps. And if they conserve, Tilly was telling us here tonight, possibly 27. I was thinking 28 if you're really, really being fancy. But it looks like you're only going to get about 27 out of that.
Yeah, these guys are definitely good from here for green white checkers and everything. So I think any fuel strategy is out the window. It's straight up plate racing now.
Yeah, and it looks like Edwards is going to get off the line in second. James Bowles, I don't believe, pitted at all.
Yeah, we got him staying out. Looks like.
I think maybe
We'll see if he. We'll see if he comes back.
He's got to
next time
pit.
around.
Wouldn't you imagine he's got to pit?
Yeah, I mean, because I think these guys were running for quite a while. I got to think the fuel was starting to get kind of close as well. So
I was gonna say,
I don't know.
what is he on,
he's gonna
and
try
why can't I get some?
Yeah, unless he's trying to catch another caution, but he'd be at the back anyway. So yeah, head scratcher. We'll see if he comes in.
I just got a report, Alex. Jonathan Evans' internet went out. That's why you don't see him up front here near the front anymore, and that's a heartbreaker. I had a big inclination that 26 may have gone away with the victory tonight because he was up front so much. Did not notice that he went out. So Evans, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go out. So I guess it's like the iRacing version of a blown engine, I guess.
Exactly. And man, Alex, I'll tell you, it happens to the broadcaster too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, had a little technical difficulty.
Oh, absolutely.
Lightning striking the technical trailer there.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. So when I start up my stream platform that I use, there's always something broken on it, at least one thing or another, and usually you don't notice it until you go live. Lucky enough, knock on wood, I haven't had any trouble tonight, but it seems like every time you log on to go do this thing, something's always broken, or an image doesn't show up, or your SDK doesn't show up. But it is all popping off tonight, so I can't complain too much.
Well, what would the fun be if it was easy every week?
Right, exactly. My job would be cakewalk.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, it looks like Bowles is going to go ahead and pit. Parent, I believe, is a lap down, so he's going to get the reach around. I mean, wave around.
Yeah, there's of course, this is there's a lot of guys up front. Well, I guess there's a lot of guys up front that have one this year, but there's even more that haven't. And of course, this is a race that anybody can run up there and grab.
Right, like I said, like if you are good at 1.5 miles, if you're not good at short tracks, this is the race for you. Again, we're gonna go 1 to green with Bladen Edwards and Peyton Howell, 2 teammates on the pole, on the front row, I should say, as we get going to green flag racing here shortly. If you're not good at anything else, if you're good at super speedway racing, kind of like how I am, I'm a guy that's really good at strategically getting to the front and winning that race. That's really the only thing I'm good at. I swear to God, to be honest with you. This is a chance for guys to go out there. Holy shit, what just happened?
Yeah, somebody went low there on the apron.
Yeah, somebody went low on the apron.
I think it's all good, though.
I do believe so. Apparently I didn't have it. Something shut down before I started, but we're going to continue on with that.
Yeah, and talking about plate racers, at least from our team at Freedom United, Josh Cole is always the guy that seems to be able to find his way to the front at these things. I am the total opposite. I never have any luck at these, as literally my luck at plate track by the invisible wall tonight. But Josh, every plate race I've been in with Josh, or drafting race, whatever you want to call it now, he's always finds his way to the front.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's cool. Like, we had him at Season 1 in the NASCAR Heat 5 console series. He was always near the front, too. He always finds a way to make it happen. Whether for short runs or long runs, he always seems to be capable of doing that. So you're exactly right. He's always got a knack for finding the front and getting up there. Again, looks like running around in 13th, 14th here as we get back to green flag racing. Again, Bladen Edwards and Peyton Howell to start us off in the Geico restart zone. 2 teammates for Adrenaline Performance. What the hell is going on here?
Looked like we had a huge jump from Bladen there. It looked like he went super early.
Yeah, Bladen, I believe, did jump. Will Race Control give him an EOL? That is the question. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
Yeah, it looked like he just went super early. That was weird.
I can understand on the outside wall on 4, you see that on the outside wall, the Geico restart zone, but that's not it. That's not where you're supposed to go. It's the inside of the tri-oval is where you're supposed to go. It looks like he's going to be good for the moment until we hear the word from race control.
And that played a big role in breaking up the field a little bit, but it looks like everybody's kind of back now.
Everybody minding their P's and Q's here. 16 laps to go for the Horseboat 250. Winner gets $15, second $10, and third a whopping $5.
Let's go, man. Hey, that's half the entry fee for next year if it was the same as this year.
Absolutely. Again, $10 was the buy-in for this. But again, we try to give back as much as we can. And Tilly, not a lot of drivers know this, so you're going to be the first to know we plan on giving back a ton down the stretch. So hopefully you'll be around here for that. I mean, so far, in your opinion, let's just get this out here right now. This is going to be an Ask Me Anything for you, whether you like it or not.
All right.
Well, how do you think the consensus as far as the quality of racer here and the quality of our league, what would you rate it on, like maybe a 1 to 10 if you could?
I'm gonna give it a solid 8 to 9. I think it's really good. There's of course you're gonna have it in every league, but there's a lot of guys that race really hard when they don't really need to. But overall, I think the quality of racing has been really good here. Besides the short tracks, we've had some problems with cautions, but
sure.
Like a lot of but I mean everybody has that. So, but I think it's ran really well. I think everybody here runs a really tight ship. We got a good broadcast, so I enjoy racing a lot. It's definitely my favorite league that I've ever ran on here for sure.
Awesome, and that's what we strive for. I mean, we're always looking to improve, so we're not perfect by any means as far as an admin team or a group of racers, but we always strive to be better. So that's awesome. That's great feedback.
Yep. By the way, too, looks like Bladen did get a pass through.
He did. Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Looks like he was going to get a pass through for that. So unless there's another caution, his chances to win the race are next to none. Parkman to the outside. Looks like Militia almost took DeWalt for a ride on that inside line, backed up.
And look who's coming back second in line on the outside.
Yeah, looks like Jonathan Evans is back in it. And on the outside of him is Justin Shoup, and he's going to take the lead with Perrin Huggins. You know what my nickname for Perrin Huggins is?
I do not.
It is P. Huggies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that stick. I'm trying to get that stick, so spread it around.
Yeah, I'll help you there.
P. Huggies in second, Brad Gutierrez in that. Kyle Larson, Hendricks Motorsports team, HendricksCars.com.
Huge run coming on the outside.
Look at this. 3 wide across the board. Oh my God, and there goes Huggins. Can Huggins save it?
Militia.
He's going to right hook it into the wall. What is going on? Buck Wild at the OK Corral.
Single car, no caution, they're calling.
Yeah, single car, no caution. Elliott Drummond, your Chicago Street Course winner, out in front with Devin Lucan right behind him. Matthew Weeks in third. Again, knock off that 11. That's a 56.
And we may have done it again to Militia. He got almost hooked right there. He saved it, but he is out of the draft.
He is out of the draft and screwed. And Lieutenant Colonel Smash is playing Valheim. I got to turn off my Steam before I start this race next time. Lesson learned, Alec Tilley. Lesson learned. Devin Lucan to the outside. Ford Mustangs making themselves relevant tonight. He's not going to be able to close the door, but an honorable mention like an Oscar. 11 laps to go.
It's been some racing's really picked up here, of course, going to the end, but it's been pretty fun.
It is getting hot and heavy with all the hot action riding on board with the one, the only Mike DeWalt. Jonathan Evans lap traffic, but hanging on.
The more things change, the more they stay the same too. Look at the top two, still, despite the Talladega.
I know. Could be super speedway, it could be short track. Be hanging out with your mom on an Easter Sunday morning at church.
Here we go, big wreck on the front stretch.
Oh, big wreck.
Yellow flag.
And we missed it. Sweet baby Jesus. Fuller's in it. Looks like Chris Parkman. Let's get a perspective from Chris Parkman. Oh, he got right hooked.
Yeah, 16 clipped the 15, sent him right up into the 24 there.
All right, that is Yair Rodriguez. Let's back that ass up with the BeatingYourMom.com replay. Yeah, we'll get the outside, and then we will get the inside. That's what she said. Looks like 3 wide. Rodriguez just hooked Parkman.
Yep,
Oh, DeWalt involved. Brandon Meyer. DeWalt able to get away scot-free. But some others not so lucky.
Yeah, Mike took a good shot right there, so I'll be interested to see how much damage he has. But looks like he kept it off the front of the car, so that's good for the horse car there. He should be able to make it good. Actually, he was involved again with the 52. I just saw it. The 52 was trying to save it. He got hooked again right there, coming through 1.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, man. That was wild. Let's back that up one more time. That would freak me out, seeing the nose of a Ford Mustang fade in and fade out and then fade back in.
I mean,
like, hey, I'm going to kick your ass, but you're just going to hold on to me.
If I was in the car, I'd probably need to be wearing some of those pee huggies that you were talking about.
Poop check. Definite poop check right here. Holy shit. That was wild. Again, if you don't know, now you know. Alex Tillian, number 23 machine, part of that Freedom United Motorsports group, joining me in the booth tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. It gets a little lonely in here when I'm by myself, so I do appreciate the camaraderie, as it were.
Yeah, this is, like I said a few minutes ago, this is probably 10 times more fun than I would have had running in 30th a lap down, so, yeah.
B Philly 94 says, really fox of you to miss that wreck. I cannot say it, but I want to say it to you because you know it. And I think if I telepathically tell you that, you're going to understand what I'm trying to tell you right now. So we're going to move forward. Elliot Drummond, your leader, with Peyton Howell, Brad Gutierrez, Skylar Comstock, Tyler, holy shit, I still have a car, Curly, Justin Shoup, Devin Lucan, Colby Hogan, Josh Cole, and Nathan Fuller, your top 10. Again, some guys have gone into the pit. Looks like the person with the, if I can, I don't even know. Somebody got a lucky dog.
It was Travis Stroney.
Thank you. Travis Stroney, my pick to win. Hopefully he's there. A. Snyder, 1127 with the follow. Thank you very much for that. Bringing us up to 376, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
B. Phil, I love you, brother. You know I do. I love to give you shit.
You know, I am still a little bit invested in the 22 because he's on my team, and we were just talking about him, and now he is in the top 10. So, right,
he definitely is.
I was right at the pay window.
Just had the camera on him. The Temple, Georgia. Looks like he drives fast and eats ass. Is his current description.
Well, he does at least one of those things.
He eats a lot of ass. Smokey resubscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris Pugliese. You are the man. And thank you for subscribing to Casa de la Horseboat. He says, go get him. Again, if you got that Prime sub, you got nothing else to use it on this channel. It will go towards ad-free viewing. Because we do have the minimal amount of ads. I don't like to do ads, but it does help. But yeah, subbing will get you ad-free viewing.
Looking at the front of the field here, again, there's a lot of guys that have not won. Pretty much everybody outside the top 2 for a good ways on back has not won this year. So
well, and Brad Gutierrez mentioned that 84 machine. He has mentioned redemption. Again, If you remember, about a month ago, he actually had the win taken. You know. So Atlanta, he had the win taken from him because of an altercation or an infraction during the race. During that race, so the win was inevitably taken from him, and he looks to redeem himself tonight and punch his ticket into the playoffs. Again, only so many spots to make it. Tilly, it looks like you're going to make it on points alone so far. Tonight you may take a little bit of a hit, but you should be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to lock in down the stretch here, so hoping to... I feel like I've been running good in a lot of the races. I just can't ever seem to get all the laps in, so try to work on that.
How are you at Dover?
I'd like to think I'm pretty solid at Dover, but we'll I guess I'll find out at 7 o'clock next week when the practice opens.
Exactly.
Never know with some of these guys in here.
Exactly. running through the grid as long as we can here for the moment. It's going to be Elliott Drummond and Peyton Hall going to lead us off in the front row. Row 2 is going to be Brad Gutierrez and Skylar Comstock. In row 3 is going to be Tyler Curley and Justin Shoup in the 999 machine. Devin Lucan and Colby, Hell Yeah Brother Hogan. In row 4, and rounding out your top 10 is Josh Cole and Nathan Fuller. And then
yeah, some of these guys up front too are just they almost have to win somewhere to make the playoffs at this point. I know Curley's fast, but he's down there in points. He's missed a bunch of races. I think I could be wrong, but I think Comstock is pretty far down there in the points too. And I mean, this can change your whole season right here in the next couple laps.
You're exactly that. Again, if you're not really in the points, but you show up consistently, this win will mean the world to you. If you are in the points and get a win on top of that, that just gives you a little bit of security or quote-unquote insurance as far as going forward. Again, we have 7 to go, 6 to go when we reach the line. It's going to get hot and heavy real damn quick. Here we go. Elliott Drummond going to lead us off in the Geico restart zone for hopefully what is the final time for the HORSEBOAT 250. Elliott Drummond and Brad Gutierrez. Here we go, go, go. Green flag racing here for the Gears Cup Series.
Rough restart from Peyton there, but looks like Brad moving up is going to help him kind of catch back up, and looks like he's sure if left the lead there or not. Here it comes.
Here we go, side by side racing out of 1 and 2, shooting up to the top. Looks like it's Bladen Edwards trying to make a push to help his teammates to the win. Cody Johnson right behind him. Right now, Brad Gutierrez, your leader in the HendrickCars.com 84.
Remember, Bladen got hurt by that penalty, but he's right back in it. He's still pushing 3 wide.
Yeah, again, in the thick of things, he is making things happen. Again, Adrenaline Performance recently making a change from Toyota to Chevrolet.
Boo.
Which caused a little bit of controversy, but not enough to cause a stir. Again, 3 out of 4 Adrenaline Performance here in the top 4 currently. Hall, Shoup, Hogan, and Edwards with 10 to go, or excuse me, 5 to go. I can do division.
Yeah, great comeback from Bladen. That's impressive.
It definitely is, especially at Talladega. But, you know, if you're the one getting the latest black flag and going a lap down, you're the first one lap down. So if anything were to happen, you're kind of saved by that. 3 wide across the board, and we have a crash. Peyton Hall in the wall.
Yellow flag.
Cody Johnson, Nathan Fuller, and an accoutrement of drivers with their hopes dashed for the HORSEBOAT 250. And we're going to back that ass up with themeandyourmom.com. Instant replay. Again, everything looking hot. Let's stop here. And looks like Perrin Huggins said, hey, do you have insurance? And Hall's like, nah, I don't. And in the wall he goes with the right hook. Hogan reacts and puts Johnson, takes Huggins with him. Fuller. Looks like Matthew Weeks, Joshua Parent, Chris Parkman. Does Mike DeWalt get out of this thing? Looks like the 85 involved. No, DeWalt's going to get involved. Oh, my Lord. Curley involved. And that's going to bring out our second caution of the night. Tilly, what do you got?
Looks like the 24 just gave a bump right on the left rear quarter of Perrin. It's just late in the race trying to push, and that just sent Perrin straight to the left. I don't think there's much different he could have done there. It's just everybody trying to get to the front. That's unfortunate, but we always see that happen at least once here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that caused a chain reaction right there. And I'm not going to play the blame game because that's going to be reviewed by admins. Just a racing deal. People trying to help each other, push each other to the win. I don't think there is any malicious intent involved, but it definitely caused some action here tonight. And
hard hit for Peyton Howell right there.
Yeah, and that all but dashes most of these guys' dreams. But looks like Justin Shoup, your leader in what looks like to be the first, I believe, of 3 green-white checkers.
And I think Josh Cole may have made it through that one. As I know we've kind of been following him.
Yeah, it looks like he's in 10th. He's in
so.
10th. He's still out there. Hanging tough is the 22 of Freedom United Motorsports.
Looks
That
like
LSU Tiger.
Travis is coming back too. Wasn't that your pick? You said. Looks
Yes,
like he's
indeed.
in 12th.
He's in 13th, 12th, 13th place. Again, Talladega, you know, like IndyCar, the Indy 500, it's a battle of attrition, right? You know, people are going to get taken out. Things are going to happen. It just, all that matters is how you get through it. And for some of these drivers, that is the most important point. Peyton Howell now out of this race. Looks like Mike DeWalt is staying in it with no front end at all. I don't know if you see that, Tilly.
Yep,
That's hot. That's hot. It's like nose reconstruction surgery that turns out to be like Michael Jackson's nose.
Yeah, and then yeah, we'll see how that goes for him. That'll be definitely something to watch on the restart.
Absolutely, that is a botched Brazilian butt lift if I've ever seen it.
Then he's going out in public with that thing.
Absolutely. You ever heard of Star Magazine?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Over, under, 4 cautions still in play on my pick here now.
I'm going to give another shout out here. Now 5th place, 48, Matt Albert. I was running around with him. He was right behind me when I hit the invisible wall. We were running around 30th the whole race, and he has found his way to 5th. So good for him. Hopefully he can hold on for a good finish here.
I mean, that 48 needs a good victory, or not a good victory, but a good finish here tonight. As he was debating on joining the Sprocket Series or not, but if he gets a good finish here tonight, he's not going to have to worry about that.
Yeah, and kind of makes me wonder where I could have been at if I didn't hit the wall, but that's all right. It's been a blast up here, and I hope that I've been working with the 48, and of course the 22 is my teammate, so I'm a little partial to those guys, but I am really hoping to see a good finish here. That should be a lot of fun.
And that is all right.
And
Hayden,
the 21,
if you're
he's
watching
back
the
too.
stream, stop contributing to the chat. People can see it in public.
What?
I didn't turn off my stuff before I went live, and that is on me. But if you can see it in the chat, that is too bad for the person sending that message. I don't know what else to say, Alex. I don't know. Bladen Edwards and Justin Shoup, 2 teammates on the front row with Elliot Drummond and Matt Albert. Skylar Comstock and Devin Lucan in row 3. Row 4 is Mike DeWalt and Jonathan I Did Not Get Naked Militia. In row 5 and rounding out your top 10, Josh Cole and Stephen Gurley Jr.
Yeah, I don't know how Curly is still around here, but looks like his car doesn't even look like it's in bad shape, so he's rolling here.
No, and I don't think so. I think Curly is in good position. He did get a little sideways there on that last wreck, I believe. Curly not that bad of a driver. He's not at all. Not at all in any sense of the word.
No, sir. He's not at all. He was whooping us at the go-kart track last week, I tell you that. Him and Militia.
Again, good in real life, not good in sim racing. Just kidding. I always gotta push the envelope. That is that's my job. But
I mean,
again,
you'd rather be good in the sim than in real life anyway, right?
I would rather race real life. I would love to know what it feels like.
Yeah, me
Justin
too.
Shoup and Bladen Edwards leading us off in the Adrenaline Performance switch from Toyota to Chevrolet. Are they going to pull off the victory tonight? They got a 2 in 40 chance of making that happen. Geico restart zone, and here we go. Green flag racing for the green-white checkers of the Horseboat 250. Can't believe
we're not done here, Tom. I got a feeling we're not done.
I don't think so. Very thankful for the guys in the admin team of Gears for allowing to have the Horseboat 250 take place, to have my name on this race. As they know,
Mike DeWalt is hanging in there.
Hanging in there, and it looks like we've got some action. still going to be okay as we go into turns 3 and 4. Justin Shoup, your leader, hoping to get to the white flag.
You almost want to see the wall pulled off in that car.
I do. If he wins without a nose, a random person in this chat will win a Horseboat prize pack here tonight. Justin Shoup and Blaine Edwards leading us down with 1 to go.
I think it's gonna be there. It's gonna be tough to beat one of those two guys at this point. Everybody's getting all spread out.
The only guy that has a chance maybe is Elliott Drummond, but they got to pull in quick to make it happen. Mike DeWalt, surprisingly, without a nose on his front end. I can't stress how important that is.
And they're
in
moving.
4th place. Looks like
Victor
Stroney
Travis.
going to the bottom, to the inside of Mike DeWalt and Jonathan Militia. 4 wide as Keaton Salyers makes it. Gonna
Here
pass
comes the
them
move from
both.
Bladen.
Shoup out in front to the tri-oval. Edwards
here
to
we
the
go.
outside, going for the victory. Who's going to win? It is...
He's got him.
72 of Blaine Edwards.
After the speeding penalty. Or not the speeding penalty, sorry, the restart violation.
Blaine Edwards is your victor of the Horseboat 250. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, what a comeback after the... and that was really not even that many laps ago, too. He got that restart violation, and he somehow
Passed
figured
his
it out.
teammate for the victory. If middle fingers exist, that's what happened right there.
And poor Jonathan Militia, P11. Once again, missing out on the top 10.
So your unofficial top 10 is Blaine Edwards, Justin Shoup, Elliott Drummond, Travis Stroney, Skylar Comstock, Keaton Salyers, Mike DeWalt, Tyler Curley. Looks like, or excuse me, Stephen Gurley Jr., Tyler Curley, and Jonathan Militia. We'll be back in a few moments with post-race interviews with your podium finishers. Thank you, Alex Tilley. We'll keep you around here if you don't
All right, we are back with the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat. Happy to have you along for the finale that is the Horseboat 250. We're going to start off with third place in our $5 winner, 45 of Elliot Drummond. Elliot, you had a wonderful night. You were up front here for the most of it, had good pitch strategy. 30 seconds or less. Give us a little synopsis on your evening.
Well, my synopsis, I guess, is I don't really got one. I just, tried to manage the fuel, manage my car, definitely manage the car. Just stay up towards the front. And there was one restart where I just got sent to the back around 20th place, and then just out of nowhere, got such a huge run on the outside, and just went from 18th on the front stretch all the way to second. I really put me back in contention with about 10 to go. And then I missed the big wreck on the bottom. Got a little bit of damage, but oh well. And then once those two teammates got on the front, I really couldn't do anything. I needed a pusher behind me, but they were all racing behind me. I was just trying to, build a gap so I can definitely make a charge. But in the end, it was just they were just pushing the absolute limit, and I can't really do anything about it unless if the start finish line was about another 2,000 feet longer.
Well, podium seems to be a thing for you, so congratulations on your third place podium finish. Do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Thank you to Brain Lessiter for letting us have a little payday out here. Not a little payday, but payday nonetheless.
Yeah.
And we'll go to where are we going next? Also, considering I hate play racing, fantastic night. This is a good moment.
It's a good race, right? It was a damn good race.
Yeah. So, where are you going next week?
Awesome. Dover is next week, and I expect you to be a part of it. Thank you so much for taking a moment of your time to come out and hang out with us here for a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, and the man that got passed for the lead and for the win, Justin Shoup in the 999. Your career best finish here, second place. Justin, how are you feeling, and how you feeling towards the future?
Oh, I definitely. I mean, this is exactly what we needed. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've been having some streaky runs and starting to slip in the points, and this was a great night points wise. I mean, this is exactly what we needed to shake back, especially coming off the bye week here. It's nice to come off that bye week and be right back competitive off the bat. This was kind of a little bit of a strange race for me, at least. I was all through the field in different parts and just seemed to avoid majority of the chaos just barely. I just had the good luck tonight. Props to the teammate. I love to finish 1-2. That's so awesome. But side note, I don't know how many times I'm gonna take the white flag in one of these things and not come around to take the checker.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good night and a great night for adrenaline.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my teammates, man. I wish Peyton didn't get taken out in that last one. When right before he did, Bladen and I were getting ready to make our way up and get in front of him, and we were going to be a 3-car train, and it'd have been even tougher on everybody. But hate that didn't happen, but I'm glad we could still bring it home 1-2. Shout out to the other admins in this league making it what it is. Shout out to your broadcast. One of the best on iRacing, period, without a doubt.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to just the Gears League in general, man. Gears is great.
Appreciate that. That is the 999 of Justin Shoup coming home in second place. Almost put it in victory lane here tonight, but the man that we're just about to talk to, the number 72, the man who got an EOL because of the last restart and how crazy that was. Bladen Edwards getting your first victory, punching your ticket. The guy who gave shit to all day and was in my DMs. You brought it home, man. How do you feel?
I'm ecstatic, first off. But yeah, like I said earlier before the race even started, just gotta keep it one piece, and then it's all luck based. And I made a very, very rookie mistake on that restart by jumping by a mile because I forgot where the restart zone was.
Now I gotta ask you before you continue on. Did you think that outside wall guy goes restart zone was the one?
Honestly, and then at first, but as soon as I hit the gas pedal, I saw the actual resource. And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I've done that, dude. I think
I
everybody has done that at least one time.
It was just a rookie mistake. And then came down pit road. I deafened the Discord a little bit, and then I said, I'm winning this race. And come out. I went from 16 to second, right before that big wreck happened with Peyton. And then I was able to grab Justin's right rear on the final lap, which thankfully they didn't get a run, so I could do that. If they had a run, I was just gonna push them to the win, but luckily they were racing really hard.
Yeah, you guys were up front. Adrenaline Performance was up all night, and I did give you a little bit of shit for changing manufacturers, and I gotta have it since you two are on the channel right now. Who pushed harder for that manufacturer change? Was it Justin or was it you?
I was good with running either or. I didn't care.
Ooh.
We put a vote in the Adrenaline chat.
I'm doing like Maury here right now. I'm confronting.
Yeah, I was about to say he's driving the wedge between the teammates, the 1 and 2.
I'm just giving you guys some shit. Congratulations on a 1-2 finish. You guys collectively are going to get $25 courtesy of Brayton Laster and BraytonLaster.com. Bladen, last but not least, who would you like to give a shout out to?
First off, I want to thank you for the broadcast, Gears for the league, great league. I want to thank Martin Sports also. MartinSports106.gg to get any of your racing apparel, sim racing apparel. Simart Market, Race Stop Suicides, and this is Suicide Prevention Month now. Premier Race Setups and Nerditudes would be the last one.
Again, mental health, the utmost important, I think, of all of that. Again, if you're a man, we're trying to break that stigma. If you can't talk about it, you need to talk about it. So again, suicide prevention. I'm a proud of that too. Bladen, thank you for mentioning that. Again, if you're a guy and you need to talk about it, please call somebody. Suicide is not the answer. Bladen Edwards, you punch your ticket for the 2024 playoffs. Congratulations, and congratulations to Adrenaline Performance for a massive, massive W tonight. Switching manufacturers, I gave you all shit for it, but you proved your worth and are officially 2 out of 4 of you have punched your ticket for tonight's, or for this year's playoffs. Again, congratulations. All right, as we near the end again, next week is going to be the Cliffs of Dover 200. Same bat time, same bat channel here at Dover. We look forward to seeing you then. Again, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. And I hope to see you next Friday night here at Casa de la Horseboat for the Cliffs of Dover 200. Sponsored by Adrenaline Motorsports or Performance, whatever. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. And the rest of us at Gears Cup Series, enjoy yourself, stay safe, and again, have a great weekend. Thank you.